Hello friends, so hope all of you are doing well. So as of recording this video, today is 16th of November, only 2 weeks are left guys. Time is very less and we have to use the most of it. So without wasting any further time, today's session we are going to discuss the remaining lines, that is line 29 to 46 of To His Coy Mistress poem by Andrew Marvell. So let's get on to it. So the 29th line says, and your quaint honor turned to dust. So basically, in a layman language, guys, if you try to read the line again and again, you'll try to understand that the speaker is trying to make fun of her virginity, of her honor. And basically, in Norton Anthology of English Literature, quaint is a euphemism that means vagina. So basically क्या हो रहा है guys यहाँ पे कि जो speaker है वो मजाक उड़ा रहा है about the honor she has and that honor she is taking to grave. So basically, it's a creepy thing, I know, but as the poem theme suggests, it's about sexual intimacy. We have to live with it. Line 30 says, and into ashes all my lust. Basically, here the speaker is trying to say that if the mistress takes her virginity to the grave, उसका जो lust है और उसका जो desire है for her, that will also come to ashes because he won't be able to have the chance to have sex with her. Basically यहाँ पे एक optimal side ये भी है कि that he is trying to proclaim that if he can't have sex with her, he won't have sex at all. Line 31 and 32 says, the grave's a fine and private place, but none I think do their embrace. So यहाँ पे जो coffins का और जो graves का जो isolation or privacy milta hai for a dead person, he is trying to take out some positive from it. He rubs in the whole thing by telling her that coffins are great, they have a lot of privacy but no hugging. Line 33 says, now therefore while the youthful who. So basically यहाँ पे the speaker is trying to suggest that his argument in the previous paragraphs has been successful, so he wants the mistress to understand what he is trying to convey in his simple words. Line 34 to 36 says, sits on thy skin like morning dew, and while thy willing soul transpires at every pore with instant fires. He kinds of brings her back from the grave here. Just a minute ago, he imagines her dead in the crypt, and now he tells her how young she is and how her soul rushes around excitedly inside her, leaking out through her pores. Transpire actually, guys, has a few fun meanings that you can ponder. The first is obviously to come to light, and the second is to happen. The third actually has to do with plants. If a plant transpires, it loses water vapor through its stomata. It's actually a crucial part of photosynthesis. Line 37. Now let us sport us while we may. Here the speaker is trying to say that whatever time is left with us, let us like play some games here. And he also is recommending that it's a brilliant idea. Line 38 says, and now like enormous birds of prey. So as I have previously said in my previous video of part 1 of this video, this is a metaphysical poem and a lot of interpretations comes out from each line or each paragraph. Here enormous birds might recommend the how the birds mate, and also here the word prey also might suggest violence and therefore uneasiness into the scene. Line 39. Rather at once our time devour. So here again the reference of time has been taken, and it has also been suggested in the previous lines how mighty the time is. In front of the time, nobody, no one's beauty or possessions might last. So here before the game begins, we should have a little bit of pre-mating dinner. That's what might the speaker is trying to suggest here. Line 40 says, then languish in his slow chapped power. So slow chap power जो यहाँ पे reference डाला गया है, it's on comparison with time. यहाँ पे time का power बताया गया है. So according to Northern Anthology of English Literature, slow chap power means slowly devouring jaws. Line 41 to 42 says, let us roll all our strength and all our sweetness up into one ball. Next comes his actual description of sex, guys. So basically, the rolling up in a ball doesn't sound so bad. Strength carries on the idea of sex as sport from line 37, as I've already discussed. Come to think of it, ball works that way too. Line 42 to 44 says, and tear our pleasures with rough strife, thorough the iron gates of life. So let us read these two lines very properly. And the word pleasure that comes out is obviously recommending sex or the mating of both the speaker and the mistress. And it also makes sense from the speaker's perspective. He claims to believe that sex is the way to another world, a way to break out of the prison of time. So he highly anticipates sex or mating as a top priority in his life. The final couplet, the 45th and 46th line says, thus, though we cannot make our son stand still, yet we will make him run. So here, guys, the in the final couplet, couplet is obviously a stanza made up of two lines, usually rhyming. तो स्पीकर इज़ फाइनली लिटिल बिट कामर हियर. उससे पहले तक उसका एक एनजाइटी था, दैट डेस्परेशन दिख रहा था प्रीवियस लाइंस में, टू नॉट हैव सेक्स एंड लाइक ट्राइंग टू कन्विंस द मिस्ट्रेस of losing her virginity. But here he talks about the sun now instead of time. In his time, the sun is thought to control time. In the end, he admits that sex is a compromise. So this is the video, guys. Hope you liked our presentation of to his Coy Mistress in simple words. I did it as simple as I could so that you understand it and also understand the gravity of the situation as for now, because 2 weeks are left and we need to make sure that this 2 weeks for British MEG poetry, which is considered one of the toughest subject in all the papers, because I have been getting requests from so many students as for now that how to crack the MEG 1 in the last minute. So all I recommend is that with your preparation you also go through my videos that I'll be putting here in the next few days. That will give you a huge boost, and as usual, God bless you and thank you all.